Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Soup for the Soul Tarot. Hello to my fellow Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising, or any other strong placements you feel you may have in your chart. Keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Cross watchers, of course, you're welcome here. If this doesn't resonate from your perspective, perhaps it resonates from the person that you are inquiring about, spiritually or physically connected to. Or, maybe this person is inquiring about you. All right, let's see what's going on for Cancer in the month of June. Spirit guides, what's going on for my Cancerians in June? What's going on for the sign of Cancer in the month of June? Cancer. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have soul fragments. Balance will be restored. Okay. What came out for you was light codes. Travel awaits you. Ooh, okay. So I feel like Cancer, in the month of June, you're going through some kind of awakening. I think you've lost yourself along the way. Maybe you felt like you lost touch with your truth, or maybe you're realizing that maybe your subjective truth has changed somewhat, and you feel a little lost and uncertain about where you're headed. What maybe your purpose is, why you're here on planet Earth, why did you incarnate here, And I feel like in the month of June, it's remembering who you are. Also, you may have been feeling a little bit numb lately, like maybe you've been operating from an intellectual space, or trying to survive, possibly from operating from your ego. And having a healthy ego is good, but losing touch with yourself, your heart space, and who you are, can make you feel numb, especially over time. So I feel like this is remembering who you are, remembering your connection to your higher self, your connection to Mother Gaia and to the universe, So I definitely feel that here. Okay. Let's see what else is going on for you, Cancer. Ooh. What is going on for my Cancerians? I'm only doing the zodiac readings right now, guys. I may come back on later to do personals, to do mini personal live readings. But right now, it's just Cancer's time. Cancer for the month of June. What are you physically working on in the 3D, Cancer? What's going on in your environment? What are you physically working on, and or what is going on in your environment, Cancer, in the month of June? Okay. We have several cards here, so I definitely feel like you're scatterbrained. You have a lot going on. I am going to pull only one card, though, but we have quite a lot here. We have deception in the reverse. Yeah. We have the loving woman and the loving man in the reverse, and true love in reverse. Okay. So with this, with these cards here, perhaps there was some kind of separation that happened between you and somebody you thought was your lifelong partner. Perhaps this person is your true love, or maybe somebody that you thought, you were fated to be with. And I do feel like you lost yourself after maybe an ending in this connection, or, a separation, temporary or permanent, depending on your situation, okay? And I feel like you've been kind of going about your business, not really sure about where you're headed, where you're going, like I said earlier. And with the loving woman here, I feel like this is you. Remembering you are just somebody who is kind, compassionate. Maybe you love animals. Perhaps you have a pet of some kind here. And grounding yourself. And I feel like this is feeling more secure, or finding your sense of security within yourself again, you know, taking care of yourself again, nurturing yourself, making sure your body, your health, your mental health are okay, and you're taking care of that. I feel like what's going on around you, again, with this deception card in the reverse, was self-deception. But also it could be maybe there was a lot of gossip around you, you know. If you're with somebody and you guys especially had mutual friends, or maybe family members kind of was in your business or were in your business, I feel like there was just a lot of drama, a lot of gossip that was happening around you. And I felt like you had that hunch, you know, you kind of knew that. And I feel like it for a time really stressed you out. I feel like you didn't understand maybe why people were, you know, talking shit and just, you know, I don't know, maybe they were just in your business, and I feel like you didn't understand. And maybe they painted you as, you know, someone was that was like the perpetrator, somebody that was to blame possibly for whatever happened between you and this person here. And maybe you took on a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, and you're learning to heal yourself in the month of June. Okay. I also feel like if you didn't know that there was a lot of deception around you, there's a lot of gossip around you, there's a lot of people that possibly pretended to maybe want better for you, but instead maybe they were just jealous. I feel like you're coming to some kind of realization here. Okay. I'm going to pull some tarot now. Let's do past, present, future.
Okay, well, if I gotta go to Manly Bay at 12, you might have to wait to go.
Okay. We have the King of Cups in the reverse. No, that was the Empress in the reverse. I'm going to move this card, put this over here, so we have more space. Present situation here for Cancer. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Future outcome here, or most likely outcome here for Cancer. Okay. Oop. We do have the Tower. And we have the Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay. Overall energy here, we have the Seven of Swords. Yeah. So I definitely feel like, how do I explain this? You're trying to be silent. Meaning you're not trying to... You're keeping a lot of your future plans to yourself. Because you know, or maybe you feel as if people are going to misconstrue that, or maybe spread more rumors about you and your plans, and maybe that might keep you from making progress here or moving forward. Okay. But I definitely feel like you are becoming more aware that you should be wary of who you choose to be around, or who is around you at that time. And realizing that you can't, be vulnerable around everyone, or you can't tell people maybe like the truth, or you have to be selective about who you tell the truth to. In the past, we have the King of Cups in reverse, clarified by the Empress in reverse. This person could be a Taurus or have Taurus somewhere in their chart. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like this person was that loving man in reverse that we saw earlier. I felt like you were dealing with somebody here that held back from you emotionally. Maybe they just weren't open with you or shared their feelings with you, and maybe you thought that you were moving forward and things were okay, but really there's a lot of secrets this person was holding back. Perhaps also this person was keeping money from you also, or hiding some of their resources from you, Cancer, as well. I feel like they weren't really sure if they saw a future with you. So I feel like that's something that really hurt you. Okay, with the Eight of Pentacles here in the present position, clarify the Two of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like there was some kind of decision that was made for you, and you felt like you were helpless, but to just receive whatever this decision was, being on the receiving end of this decision, with the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Perhaps this is, again, maybe somebody here decided to leave or ghosted you or said like, this wasn't going to work out. And I feel like you were kind of caught off guard here, because with the Eight of Pentacles here, you were really working towards building that Ten of Pentacles, that longevity, that possibly grow like a family with this person, or have some kind of long-term commitment with this individual here in success. But instead it stopped here. It stopped at the Eight of Pentacles, and you're like trying to understand, where things went wrong. And with the Tower card here as the most likely outcome or future outcome here, clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you are worried about your finances. Like maybe you guys had shared resources, or perhaps you guys live together here, and maybe now that you guys are separated, or separating, since this is a future outcome, you're kind of like, well, I don't know if I have enough money to make it, on my own, or to have like a 1-bedroom apartment, or to move into a 1-bedroom apartment here. It just seems like you've had like a loss of some kind of resource, or a loss of finances, or a loss of something that you worked really hard for here. And this I feel is actually what's leading you to that awakening, that realization, okay? That maybe during this relationship, you possibly lost yourself a little bit, I am going to clarify some of these cards, but with an oracle deck, excuse me. I do think you are very worried about your finances. I do. And I think like maybe you're trying to if you have friends or family, perhaps you're thinking about reaching out to them and seeing like if they can help you in any way, like perhaps stay with them to save money, or stay with them until you get back on your feet. or perhaps with family members. If you have a good relationship, perhaps this is asking for some kind of financial help here, and saying like, you know, I can pay you back in the future. I just kind of need some help, and I need some help now. You know, I just don't have enough. Or maybe for some of you, it's seeing like if you can get a second job or something like that for now. What's going on here, spirits? Okay. Yeah, we have sorrow here that came out in the reverse. Okay. We have waiting. Okay. And we have cheerfulness in the reverse. I almost said celebration because it reminds me of that Three of Cups in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have wedding in the reverse. Yeah. Again, there is an ending to some kind of relationship here. And also maybe it might be expensive if you are legally married to get some kind of divorce here. But in the past, with sorrow in the reverse, I do feel like you felt alone, you felt uncertain. Maybe you felt at times that you weren't good enough. Also, I do want to say, maybe you've had like a miscarriage or several miscarriages here, and maybe that made you feel less of a woman in some way. You know, maybe that's just how that made you feel, and maybe you went through some kind of depression because of that. Only take what resonates here, but I definitely feel like this person or the situation really took a toll on your self-confidence. You know, and I do feel like in the present you just feel a little stuck, you know. You're like, well, I hope that where I'm going, you know, that there's like a better future for me. I feel like in order to kind of cope with this ending, cope with this financial stress, you may be in your head a lot. You may be visualizing, you know, what it would be like after you get to the other side of this painful situation, once you cross this bridge, you know, when things are a bit better here. So you may be like escaping in your own thoughts or your own daydreams, thinking about what it would be like if there was like an ideal situation here. But yeah, I do feel like you're a little stuck and you're healing, okay, in the present, and you're trying to develop a sense of who you are again. With this blue, this is like, what is your truth? What do you stand for? You know, what do you want out of life, you know? And I feel like that's kind of the stage of where you're at. With this cheerfulness card in reverse as the future outcome, again, this to me reminds me of the Three of Cups in reverse. So I definitely feel like for those of you that were possibly waiting like for this situation to get better, like maybe this person left and maybe you're still waiting maybe for this person to kind of come back and make amends or to apologize. Well, the future outcome here is that this isn't going to happen, you know, that there is going to be a long-term separation or a permanent separation within the situation here. If that's something that you've been thinking about, I do feel like the universe is saying like, no, with the Tower card here, this situation has to come to an end because there's been a lot of maybe falseness, maybe lies, deception within this situation here. This relationship just had like an unstable foundation. And I do feel like that surprised you, because again, you feel like you were working towards that 10 of Pentacles, and you felt like you put in a lot of work, a lot of self-sacrifice within this connection. But I do feel like this person was holding back from you, and you know, maybe they didn't see this the same way you did, you know. So I'm gonna pull Romance Angels card for you, Cancer. Spirit, show me the dynamic of this connection. Okay. Yeah. Wedding. The situation involves marriage. Yeah, so I definitely feel like for some of you, maybe you were with this person for maybe a long period of time. Maybe this is a live-in situation, like you guys lived together for a while, or perhaps for others of you, you guys were legally married. And maybe you're also dwelling on the past, you know, what was in this connection. And let's see how you're feeling about this connection right now, Cancer. We have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Again, I do feel like that is something that you're, I feel like you're learning to let go. That's how I feel. You're learning to let go. How does your person feel about you, Cancer? How does this person feel about you currently? We have here, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so I definitely feel like for them, again, they kept you at an arm's length. There were secrets, there were things that they kept from you. And that's just because they just weren't sure about you, and they still aren't really sure about you. So that might explain like this distance or this separation here, you know. Okay. Let's see what advice maybe Spirit has for you. And that will be the end of your reading. Spirit, what advice do you have for Cancer? What advice do you have for Cancer, Spirit? Okay, what came out was patience. And this says, we can't always get what we want when we want it. Rushing things can lead to mistakes, burnout, or regret. Knowing when to be patient is a form of wisdom and an important ingredient for a fulfilling life. We must accept that sometimes things take longer than planned, and remember that today's patience pays for tomorrow's successes. Affirmation here is, I am a patient person who does not act rashly. I learn more about applying patience every day. So Spirit's advice to you, Cancer, is, you know, that this is going to take some time. It's going to take some time to heal. It's going to take some time to resolve. Maybe it's also going to take some time for you to have the clarity and the answers that you need to move forward here, especially if you are worried about your finances. And, you know, I feel like, also for those of you where this is like a temporary separation, take what resonates. That's not going to resonate for everybody. But for those of you that feel as if this is definitely a relationship that you feel is going to come back together at some point, this is, you know, more waiting. And Spirit's like, you can't rush the process, you know? You can't rush this growth. And so, like, focusing on this and waiting for this to possibly come together here is not going to help you move forward. It's not going to help you grow. It's not going to help you progress, you know? But, again, Spirit's just saying it takes time to rebuild. So, let's see, actually, if we can get one more card here for Cancer. One more card. Spirit advice for Cancer. Advice for Cancer. Okay. We have 2 cards here. That's the front of them. And this one says, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself in the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that Spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You'll experience your world according to the story you tell about it, so make sure they're stories you're proud of. Okay. And the second card here says, Dear Cancer, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a new version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape, and it is exciting to experience this new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any new kind of relationship. It's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partner in life, Spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. Yeah. So I feel like that it's good to stop there. I feel like these 2 cards definitely wrap up and summarize the reading, really. So that is my reading for you. If that resonates, please hit or if you enjoyed watching this reading, please hit the follow button. If you're watching this live on my TikTok, I will be posting this on my YouTube. So if you're already watching this on my YouTube channel, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button down below, or if you want to check it out, it's the same name as my TikTok name, Soup for the Soul Tarot. Or if you want to check out other uploads I have on there. Alright guys, I am going to go, and I hopefully will see you guys in the next live or the next reading.